Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. My name is Stephanie and this is a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for June 2021. I work with Western astrology, I work with tarot, I work with oracle cards. In the beginning of the reading I will do a general energy that you can apply to all your life situations, and in the second part of the reading I will go to a love and love relationship situation. If you don't have a specific person in mind, or there is no person that you are playing this cycle through, then it can just be something that is coming up from a past relationships, a topic that you want to work on, or something that is specific to you when it comes to relationship and love. And it can also be a conflict within yourself in these cards in particular. So let's look at what's going on. We have Gemini, I wanted to say Gemini season. That's true. We have Gemini season, we have eclipse season. That's what I actually wanted to say, but also Gemini season. We do have a Mercury in retrograde in Gemini. So communication can be slow, unclear, maybe learning, understanding things, missing also parts of a conversation. That's all difficulties that can show up, and things might not move forward as fast as you wish they would. We have a new and full moon solar lunar eclipse cycle with the new moon in Gemini on June 10th. So envisioning what you wanna manifest and what's gonna be new in the next half year when it comes to communication, when it comes to learning, when it comes to how to communicate with people, how to get information with people. That's all Gemini. And then we had a full moon in May, end of May, in Sagittarius, where you maybe let go of some belief systems and you're rearranging that. That could very well be the case. Also, one square is a little more prominent here in June on the 14th. That can be maybe a sudden event that brings a little bit of tension here, but that really depends on where in your chart you have those placements. So let's see what the cards are saying. Cancer. We come into this month with a 9 of Cups, and that is a little bit of a difficult card in this position because it talks about the 9 of Cups in general is about, you know, emotional well-being, and therefore it's often a wish fulfilled because you're just like content with yourself and you have all your emotions lined up here behind you and you're like leaning back at the end of the day and you're like, yeah, I'm in a good place here with myself. And this is kind of not happening right now, and especially I want to emphasize the myself, in a good place with myself, because 9 of Cups in reverse often suggests that we are really reliant on other people to feel good, or we kind of like our surroundings, people surrounding us have too much impact, too much power, too much impact is a good word when it comes to how we feel. And we are having a hard time really giving ourselves that feel-good moment, and it's always kind of like not always, or it's kind of like just related too much to others how we feel. So yeah, it's not ideal. And then there is a 5 of Pentacles, and that's just makes very much sense. So you're moving into like a little bit of a victim mentality here, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not trying to, you know, get rid of you as a viewer. I'm just trying to read the cards, but it's just a good way to describe this card. It's maybe there is some sort of lack, you know, lack mentality, where it's like, I don't have enough. Why is it so hard for me? Why do I not? It feels like maybe people don't see you. You don't get the compensation for your work, or you don't get the recognition. You don't get the attention. Maybe you don't get the money maybe that you want to make or that you feel like you deserve, and it's just harder. It seems like it's harder for you than other people, and things are not balancing out, like the give and take is not balancing out for you, and it seems like you have to work so hard on being seen, on being accomplished, on being paid, on being where others are seemingly easy, you know. So yeah, this is uncomfortable, definitely, but in the end of the month, I think there is some analytical clarity from your part, where it's like, well, I want to go analyze this because this is always coming back, and I think it's this a feeling of that's coming back in cycles. It's not something that's constantly there, it's just like a feeling that's coming back in cycles, and especially with this Mercury retrograde again, it's coming back to you. And end of the month, when Mercury is going direct again, and the sun is also going into your sign, which is positive energy flow. And Mercury is going direct in Gemini. I think you have much more of an analytical, logical, emotionally detached mind to really tackle that problem or tackle that state of being. Because it's not really a state of mind. I mean, it's a mindset maybe with the Five of Pentacles, but it really also shows in your manifestations, and therefore it feels a little harder even, because, you know, especially if you have strong earth placements, because we often confuse like what's materialized with what's real. It's not necessarily the same thing. Or there's more things that are real besides the materialized things that we have surrounding us. So with the Knight of Swords, I think you have a clearer understanding, a much better analytical approach to this sort of topic here. You can really get clear answers. You can really get deeper, cut deeper to the truth, and find clarity here to how to move forward, and find a game plan also, I feel like, to how to move forward and how to analyze this. It could also be helpful, I'm just saying, to have somebody help you analyze with you. So a psychoanalyst could be very helpful at this point. Maybe somebody's coming in even helping you, you know, because it could be an air sign as well. So yeah, it is definitely, I think there is just a cycle coming back for you that is about how can I work through that feeling of lack, or that perception of that there is not enough for me, and how can I emotionally balance myself out without being so reliant on others. So that's an overall energy here, general energy. And in a specific relationship situation or love situation, it plays out interestingly, and it makes a lot of sense how the cards came out. We have again, and I have to say again, the Nine of Cups in reverse. So it came out 2 times. So this is a big topic for you, especially when it comes to relationships. So Nine of Cups in reverse is speaking of a potential codependency issue, you know, where you like emotionally codependent, where you feel like I cannot feel good without the other person, or I need this person to make me feel good, I need these people to make me feel good. And that's not, you know, because this card in particular, there's a lot of people on this card, but it's not that you cannot have people surrounding you and that you should just be this lone wolf island type of person. That's not about it. It's more about having healthy add-ons to your already balanced being. I know that's a very difficult state, and we here with this self-optimization kind of mindset, we're all like, well, I want to be this super independent, emotionally independent person. And then we forget we do need people. It's not a problem to need people. It's just a problem to be dependent on people constantly because you are having a hard time achieving a feel-good moment for yourself. So that's, you know, that's kind of a different thing. In this connection, this plays out again as a problem, I think. I don't know. I got a little bit of a narcissist vibe here with the Three of Wands, especially in this card. This person being above the others, having this, you know, like kind of looking above your feelings, not considering your feelings maybe. The Three of Wands is not necessarily a bad card. It's about visualizing something and knowing it to come towards you, and knowing that this is the right thing, the right direction for you to go, or the right thing that you are willing to work for. So I think they're looking into your direction and they're like, yes, this is what I want, but maybe they kind of like the idea a little bit too much, and that doesn't make them a full-blown narcissist, but maybe they like the idea a little bit too much of you being independent, not being emotionally independent, and you depending on them kind of emotionally, and that maybe feeds their ego a little bit, because we also have the Six of Coins in reverse, and that really says, well, there is also an unbalanced give and take. Somebody's giving too much, somebody's taking too much. It's not balanced. I don't see a third party situation here. I see more like a how can I say that? Yeah, somebody is just investing more than the other, or in a different way that the other doesn't appreciate, and somebody is taking more time, or maybe there's both. I will read this advice card in the end that will also point to that problem. Maybe there is just like a love language kind of deficiency. Maybe you're not speaking the same love language, and then it gets confused of not getting enough, but actually people just show love in a different way. Anyway, so yeah, it can also have to do with status and with money, I think, in this case. So maybe you're really with a person that has higher status, and therefore you have that kind of inferiority complex to them, where it's kind of like coming up naturally, where like this person is worth more than me. It's important, I think, with the detachment card to just really detach from that idea, you know, detach relationship and love from status. That's really important, I think, so that you don't bring this into the picture when it comes to working on this. Because I feel like there is a possibility to work on this. So as advice card, we have appreciation. I appreciate the unique ways other people show their love rather than compare their ways with my ways. Then, ... I appreciate myself for maturely putting up with people who just can't seem to show love the normal, obvious, universally accepted way. Good job, both of us. So I think you don't need to put up with people. It depends, you know, if this is family, or if you're very close with this person and you really love them and you want to be with them, this is a cycle in your relationship. Well, it's time maybe to really start switching the dynamics a little bit. But you don't have to keep up with somebody who just can't seem to show love. You know, this is what this card kind of says in a way. But you don't have to putting up with, or even putting up and keeping up is a different thing. Yeah, you can really just maybe confront the person, you know, be like, well, this is just not very common, and it might seem, or you know, it gives the impression that you just really don't appreciate people too much, other than when they cater to you. And that's, you know, maybe there is a way you can confront that person where they are not even aware of their narcissistic tendencies. And sometimes, because we're all talking about narcissists all the time, and that's a good thing, because we need to really start to how can I say that, to uncover certain character traits that are very unhealthy within ourselves and other people. But, you know, sometimes there's just tendencies, and they don't have to be narcissistic personalities that are unable of love and relationships. So maybe this is just like a phase, you know, that you are in with a person where it's time to look at those dynamics because they feed into each other. It's not, if you start feeding into this can be a full-blown toxic situation, you know. Like the I cannot, like the codependency, where it's like hard for you to, where it seems like you're just very reliant on feeling good and relies very much on the other person to feel fulfilled, and don't feel like you're worthy for some reason, and then this other person is like kind of having a power thing going on with this, and they are feeding off of that. So this can happen in relationships, and this can happen in connections, and human beings are just stepping into those dynamics, you know, but that doesn't mean that they have to stay in there and that they're full-blown personality disorder type person. So yeah, that's just in general for my readings, I guess. I'm trying to say that every once in a while, so we're not just all like diagnosing everybody with like a personality disorder just because they have a bad day, you know. So all right, I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you can work on this connection if you want to. You don't have to, you know, but it's for you, it's really a lot about looking at yourself with this Mercury retrograde and this Nine of Cups in reverse problematic here, and asking yourself, like, how can I give myself, how can I find that within myself that I am enough, you know. So yeah, it's a process. Just take it easy and come back next month. We talk a little more about it. So I hope you have a great June, and I hope this is helpful for you. And please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.